In order to solve this problem, we are going to turn a couple of the statements into equations. Now, the first piece of information we're given is that this John guy, if he's serving everyone at the dinner party 3 ounces of mashed potatoes, he'll have 2 ounces left over. And he's bringing an X amount of ounces of mashed potatoes to the party. Now, I also want to mention that we're going to have 2 variables in this word problem. The other thing we don't know is the number of people at the party. So let's use the variable p for that. So p is going to represent the number of people. Okay, so he's bringing X ounces of potatoes to the party. And because he's serving potatoes to people, the amount that's there is going to decrease. So we're going to subtract. And he's serving 3 ounces to each person. So we're going to do 3 multiplied by p. And by doing that, we know there's going to be 2 ounces left over. So it equals 2. Now, the second equation is based on the fact that it says to serve everyone at the dinner party 4 ounces of potatoes, he will need to cook 7 more ounces. So we're going to take X and add 7. So now there's 7 more ounces. And if we take away 4 ounces per person, then there would be no potatoes left. So that's our second equation. So to solve this system of equations, I'm going to use the substitution method. I'm going to take this equation in blue here, and I'm going to isolate the variable x. It's fairly easy to do. I'm just going to add 4p to both sides of the equation and subtract 7. With that done, I can now replace x with 4p minus 7. And I'm going to do that back over up here with the first equation. So instead of x, we're going to write 4p minus 7. The rest will still be there, so minus 3p equals 2. And now we have an equation with just one variable that we can solve. So 4p minus 3p is just 1p. So we have p minus 7 equals 2. And of course, our last step here would just be adding to add 7 to both sides, which means p equals 9. And that's our answer. So there are 9 people at the dinner party. And if you're really curious, you could also calculate the number of ounces of potatoes he brought by doing 4 multiplied by 9 minus 7, which is 36. Take away 7, 29, but not necessary for this question. All right, hope that was helpful, and thanks for choosing JD's Prep.